In the beautiful kingdom of Quessemba, bordered by the Makona River and surrounded by other kingdoms, there lived a powerful king named Wassi. King Wassi had a daughter named Kemah, who was not only beautiful, but also born with a secret supernatural power. From a young age, no man could defeat Kemah in any battle, for her power made her invincible. King Wassi loved his daughter dearly and wanted the best for her. He declared a challenge throughout the land and neighboring kingdoms. Any man who can defeat my daughter Kemah in a battle shall win her hand in marriage and receive half of my kingdom. This declaration spread like wildfire, attracting suitors from all over, including the neighboring kingdom of Tobogizizu. In a humble village within Quessemba lived a poor farmer and his son, Daworlo. Despite their poverty, Daworlo was a kind and brave young man. He often daydreamed about marrying the princess, though he was frequently bullied by his neighbors for his poverty and dreams. One day, while working in the fields, Daworlo overheard the news of the king's challenge. His heart raced with excitement and fear. I want to marry Princess Kemah, he thought. But how could a poor farmer's son like him defeat someone as powerful as the princess? As the days passed, Daworlo's dream grew stronger. His mother noticed his distraction and asked, "What troubles you, my son?" "Mother, I wish to marry Princess Kemah, but I am just a poor farmer's son. How can I win her in a battle?" he replied. His mother smiled gently and said, "Daworlo, you have a kind heart and a secret power within you. Believe in yourself, and the rest will follow." Encouraged by his mother's words, Daworlo decided to enter the competition. He journeyed to the palace, where many suitors had already gathered. They came from different kingdoms, including the mighty Tobogizizu, all hoping to win Princess Kemah's hand. The day of the competition arrived. The suitors faced Kemah one by one, but each one failed. Her supernatural power made her unbeatable. Daworlo watched quietly, studying her moves and thinking of a strategy. Finally, it was Daworlo's turn. As he stepped into the arena, the crowd whispered and laughed, mocking the poor farmer's son. But Daworlo stood tall, his mother's words echoing in his mind. Kemah looked at him curiously. "Why do you believe you can defeat me?" she asked. Daworlo smiled and replied, "I have a power that cannot be seen but felt. Let the battle begin." The battle commenced, and Daworlo used his agility and quick thinking to dodge Kemah's powerful attacks. He remembered his mother's advice and focused on his inner strength. As the battle intensified, Daworlo's determination grew stronger. He used his secret power, which was his pure heart and unwavering belief in himself. In a surprising move, Daworlo managed to touch Kemah's heart, metaphorically breaking through her supernatural defenses. Kemah felt a warmth she had never experienced before. She realized that true power came from within, from kindness and love. Kemah stopped the battle and declared, "Father, I have found my match. Daworlo has defeated me with his heart and courage." The crowd gasped in disbelief, but King Wassi smiled proudly. "Daworlo, you have proven yourself worthy. You shall marry my daughter and receive half of my kingdom." Daworlo's neighbors, who once bullied him, now looked at him with admiration and respect. He had shown that true strength came from the heart, and so Daworlo and Kemah were married in a grand celebration. The kingdom of Quessemba rejoiced, and even the suitors from Tobogizizu joined in the festivities. Daworlo and Kemah ruled the kingdom together, spreading kindness and love throughout the land. As time passed, the story of Daworlo and Kemah's love and bravery became a cherished tale told to children across Quessemba and beyond. The kingdom prospered under their rule, and they lived happily ever after, proving that true power lies within the heart.
As the years went by, Daworlo and Kemah's reign brought peace and prosperity to Quessemba. Their love story became legendary, inspiring songs and tales that echoed through the villages and towns. However, the peace of Quessemba was soon threatened by a new challenge. The neighboring kingdom of Tobogizizu, once an ally, began to suffer from a terrible drought. Crops failed, rivers dried up, and the people of Tobogizizu were in desperate need. King Bako of Tobogizizu, a proud and stubborn ruler, was reluctant to ask for help, but his people were suffering. One day, a delegation from Tobogizizu arrived at the palace of Quessemba. They were humble and respectful, explaining their dire situation to King Wassi, Daworlo, and Kemah. "Our people are suffering," the leader of the delegation said. "We have come to ask for your help. Our king is proud, but we can no longer watch our children starve." Kemah, with her kind heart, immediately felt compassion for the people of Tobogizizu. She turned to Daworlo, who nodded in agreement. "We must help them," she said. King Wassi, always wise, agreed. "We will send aid to Tobogizizu, but we must also find a way to end the drought and ensure it does not happen again." Daworlo, with his keen mind and supernatural insight, proposed a plan. There is an ancient legend of a hidden spring deep in the heart of the Makona Forest. It is said to have the power to bring water to the driest lands. If we can find this spring, we can end the drought and save Tobogizizu. Kemah and Daworlo decided to embark on this journey together. They gathered a small group of trusted companions and set out towards the Makona Forest. The journey was long and treacherous, filled with wild animals and rugged terrain, but they pressed on, determined to find the spring. As they ventured deeper into the forest, they encountered an old woman living in a small hut. She was wise and mysterious, with eyes that seemed to see into their souls. "Why have you come to this forest?" she asked. "We seek the hidden spring to end the drought in Tobogizizu," Daworlo explained. The old woman nodded. "The spring you seek is protected by a powerful spirit. Only those with pure hearts and noble intentions can find it. You must prove yourselves worthy." Kemah and Daworlo, guided by their love and compassion, accepted the challenge. They faced several trials set by the spirit of the forest, each one testing their courage, wisdom, and kindness. They helped animals in need, solved riddles, and showed mercy to those who wronged them. Finally, they reached the heart of the forest, where the hidden spring lay. The spirit of the forest appeared before them, a majestic figure made of light and water. "You have proven yourselves worthy," the spirit said. "The spring shall flow once more, bringing life to the lands of Tobogizizu." With a wave of the spirit's hand, water gushed from the spring, creating a river that flowed towards Tobogizizu. The drought ended, and the land began to flourish once more. Kemah and Daworlo returned to Quessemba as heroes, their bond even stronger after their journey. King Bako of Tobogizizu, humbled by their selfless act, formed a lasting alliance with Quessemba. The two kingdoms prospered together, sharing resources and knowledge. The story of Kemah and Daworlo's bravery spread far and wide, teaching all who heard it about the power of love, compassion, and unity. They continued to rule Quessemba with wisdom and kindness, their adventures becoming the stuff of legend. And so, the tale of the princess with the supernatural power and the poor farmer's son continued, inspiring generations to come, with the message that true strength comes from the heart, and that together we can overcome any challenge. Years passed, and Kemah and Daworlo's reign was marked by continuous growth and harmony in Quessemba and its neighboring regions. Their kingdom became a beacon of hope and prosperity, attracting visitors from far and wide. Their story continued to inspire acts of bravery and kindness across the land. One day a mysterious traveler arrived at the palace gates. He was tall and clad in a cloak that shimmered with the colors of the sunset. He introduced himself as Niasi, a sage from a distant land. He carried with him an ancient scroll that foretold of a great danger that would soon threaten not just Quessemba, but all the neighboring kingdoms, including Tobogizizu. "I have traveled many moons to deliver this message," Niasi said solemnly. "An ancient evil, long dormant, is stirring in the depths of Mount Kitaru. If it awakens, It will bring darkness and destruction to our lands. King Wassi, Daworlo and Kemah listened intently, their faces grave. What can we do to prevent this catastrophe? Daworlo asked. Niazi unrolled the scroll, revealing a map and a prophecy. To stop the awakening, you must retrieve the crystal of light hidden in the Cavern of Echoes. This crystal has the power to seal the ancient evil forever. The journey will be perilous, and only those with pure hearts can succeed. Determined to protect their kingdom, Daworlo and Kemah prepared for the journey. They were joined by Niazi, who would guide them, and a group of brave warriors from Quessemba and Tobogizizu. The journey to Mount Kitaru was fraught with challenges, but Daworlo's courage and Kemah's supernatural abilities guided them through each trial. As they climbed the treacherous slopes of Mount Kitaru, they faced fierce winds, icy pathways, and strange creatures that guarded the mountain. Along the way, they encountered an enchanted forest where the trees whispered secrets and the air was thick with magic. In the heart of the forest, they found a clearing with a shimmering pool. Niazi explained that the pool held the key to finding the Cavern of Echoes. "Look into the water, and it will reveal the path," he said. Daworlo and Kemah peered into the pool. The water rippled and a vision appeared, showing a hidden entrance behind a waterfall. They followed the vision's guidance and soon found themselves standing before the cascading waters. With a deep breath, they stepped through the waterfall and into the Cavern of Echoes. Inside the cavern, their footsteps echoed loudly. The walls were covered in ancient runes that glowed faintly. At the far end of the cavern, a pedestal held the crystal of light, shining with a pure, radiant glow. As they approached the crystal, a voice echoed through the cavern. "Only those with pure intentions may take the crystal of light." Kemah stepped forward, her heart filled with love for her people and her desire to protect them. She reached out and touched the crystal. The light grew brighter, enveloping her and Daworlo in a warm, protective glow. With the crystal of light in their possession, they made their way back to the palace. Along the way, they faced the final trial, a fierce storm conjured by the awakening evil. But Daworlo and Kemah's love and determination gave them the strength to press on. Back in Quessemba, they placed the crystal of light in a sacred shrine, as instructed by Niazi. The crystal's light spread throughout the kingdom, sealing the ancient evil back into its slumber and ensuring peace for generations to come. The people of Quessemba and Tobogizizu celebrated their hero's return with a grand festival. Songs were sung, and stories were told of Daworlo and Kemah's bravery and love. Their bond had not only saved their kingdom, but had also strengthened the ties between the neighboring lands. Kemah and Daworlo continued to rule with wisdom and compassion, their legacy growing with each passing year. Their children, inspired by their parents' deeds, carried on the tradition of bravery and kindness. And so, the tale of the princess with supernatural power and the poor farmer's son with the secret strength lived on, a testament to the power of love, courage, and unity. The kingdoms of Quessemba and Tobogizizu flourished together, bound by the shared belief that with pure hearts and noble intentions, any challenge could be overcome.